So when I was in sixth form, I spent ages trying to figure out what I wanted to do at uni, and I couldn't really come up with any idea that I felt really passionate about. I wanted to do journalism, but then I started to feel that a degree in journalism didn't really seem like it would have much flexibility career-wise. And then I moved on to wanting to do contour design at London College of Fashion, which also didn't happen. I was accepted to do the Art Foundation course at Canterbury UCA, but by the time I finished my Art A level, I was so sick of art. I just really didn't want to do any more art, especially not for another year. For my Media Studies A level, we had to write a 3,000 word essay about anything media related. I chose to analyse 4 women's underwear adverts and the way in which they represented femininity. I really enjoyed writing it and got an A for it, so when I was trying to decide what to do at uni, I realised I wanted to do something in advertising from writing that essay. My 2 choices were ABC and an advertising marketing course with events management at London College of Communication, but I chose ABC because it seemed to have more of a creative focus and seemed surrounded more in advertising, whereas the one at LCC was more around sort of marketing, and at that time I wasn't quite really sure that I was interested in that at all. Since I've started ABC, I've definitely noticed that my confidence has grown, which is probably from all the presentations, but I still really dread doing them because I always forget what I'm going to say, even if I write it down, and I'm quite shy and I still get really nervous. There's some really talented people on our course, and they come up with the most amazing ideas and create some really cool pieces of work, but it's always done with Photoshop and computer programs, and I'm useless. I can't get my head around them. So I sort of sometimes feel a bit out of place on this course, but I've realised even more from that because I've always liked doing things by hand, especially illustrations, and now I've realised also typography, and that's sort of my strength. So in a way, while I sort of feel I don't fit in, I kind of stand out slightly. Mia Nolting is my inspiration because she creates really beautiful drawings, and she's such a successful illustrator. She does typography as well, and she's done things like illustrate book covers and magazine articles, and just random little illustrations using sort of flowers and incorporating typography as well. It's just really beautiful pieces of design. I've always loved music and always thought I'd quite like to design album covers and band posters and things, but most of them seem to be sort of using photography or again computer design, and it's just not what I like, and it doesn't sort of suit my personality and doesn't reflect my strengths. So I mean, I still sort of do them and have my own little drawings for song releases in my portfolio, but never really get a chance to sort of show them in class because we always have to do advertising campaigns and adverts and stuff. But I mean, I still do them all the time because I really enjoy doing them. I've realised though that I also quite like marketing and the marketing side of advertising, which comes back to my essay I did at Media Studies. What I really liked about advertising at that point was the psychology behind it, and analysing what certain things mean and how you can interpret different colours and just anything really. You could just analyse everything on an advert, and I really enjoyed doing that. And I feel when you create an advert, if you think about those sort of things that you can analyse as well, it sort of builds up more the audience and the meaning behind it as well, and that's what I like. So I guess more the kind of the copywriting side as well, but also art direction, but more the thought behind it was actually making it, because I'm just useless. And this was, the marketing thing was sort of clarified even more when I was researching work placements and researching Shepherd Neame, which is where I'm going to be doing my work placement in the summer for a few weeks. I find it sort of really interesting figuring out how certain target markets work in creating ideas that appeal to specific people, which is why I chose to do the strategic class instead of the creative. I sort of saw both briefs and just thought, what's going to be my strength, so I chose strategic. But this unit in particular has helped me realise that it's because I like illustration and typography, as well as in marketing and copywriting and advertising, that was definitely the right course to choose, because it reflects my strongest points and could hopefully end up doing any of these things in the future. But at this moment in time, I'm still not 100% sure like what I'm actually going to end up doing. But this has definitely helped me sort of realise more like my strengths and weaknesses, and finding a work placement as well has helped me. And so hopefully once I've done my shepherding work placement, then it will clarify it even more for me. So yeah.